Testing. Alright. Sorry, I had to restart my OBS, and that is obviously super annoying. So, how's everybody doing today? I am not doing all that bad. Obviously having a little bit of, problems, but you can't always have what you want. So, going to fix sorry. Fixing one more thing. Let's see if that works. Alright, sweetness. Alright, cool. I think that will be just about it. Everything should be working to satisfaction. Alright, cool. Alright, so just a small recap where we are in this game. Obviously, we're in the electric gym. I've done a little bit of speed training just so we don't have to deal with that anymore, which works out fairly nicely. So, small recap, we got Gummy, the Dust Talks, Silverwind, Psybeam, Poison Powder, and Harden. I'm pretty sure this is our MVP of our last gym. We got Squirt with Bubble Beam, Agility, Twister, and Aurora Beam. We got Blue with Mud Shot, Takedown, Mud Slap, and Bubble Beam. We got Sarah with Iron Tail, Iron Defense, Rock Throw, and Headbutt. We got Ethel with Charge, Spark, Bite, and Howl. And then we got Rolly with Defense Circle, Takedown, Bubble Beam, and Rollout. Those are pretty much the only Pokemon we got at this current point in time. Hopefully we are about to catch a Numel, which will add a little bit of a fire type diversity to our team. We got Duff, the Igglypuff, or Igglybuff. We lost Arlo at 19, Luna at 19, Topper, which RIP Topper, Goalie at 25, and Vulpix, Tails. I mean, I know it says Tail, but it's supposed to say Tails, at 25. He was our MVP, or honorable mention MVP of the electric gym. You will be missed. Alright, and as it should say somewhere in the description, this is a run that we have a bet going on with. And I have more rare candies than I'll probably ever need in my entire life. And more repels as well. But yeah, we have enough rare candies. Alright, so we have a bet going on. The bet is that we I have a bet with Con80. He's also on Twitch, YouTube. Whoever can do it in the least amount of runs wins. He finished at, I want to say 2.5. The half part being he got soft locked in an area, so I guess that's a half. Whatever. We're still on run number uno, our original run, the starting run. We have not died, which is some, in honesty, surprised me. We definitely had a hard time with gym number 2, and then we came to gym number 3, which is this one, and we definitely continued that hard time. So we are struggling, but we're making it, you know what I'm saying? Like we're keeping it real. So with all that being said, it's very very chaotic, and this is definitely one of those runs that just makes you go whoa. So we are going to do a couple of things. We are going to figure out where this stuff is. Use. Alright. Rolly is definitely learning this. Just for the simple fact of less likely to need him. And I think it's of some benefit for us to actually have to break this rock up here, because I think he gives us strength. But anyway, so I wanted to ask what what is a crazy fear you guys have? One of my crazy fears, and I got a couple of them, and most of them I feel like fit together, if I'm not being mistaken. Like I feel like they kind of, they go together. In that sense. So one of my fears is like small places. So like claustrophobia, definitely in my wheelhouse. And I just, it's the escape part. The escape part is what does it for me. You know, the escape, and maybe like, I mean, depending if you're trying to escape, usually you're trying to live. So that's, you know, my issue there is I don't feel like I'm ready to die yet. Never been in that kind of situation though. So I want to catch this because I don't know if I caught someone in this route. Alright, if we did straight to whatever, he'll go straight to the, you know, death box. Just gotta verify. Anyway, so never been in that kind of, you know, claustrophobic area of is this life or death type of thing. But that being said, it's just one of those things, tight spaces, don't enjoy. Another one of mine is crowds. Now, this isn't the same kind of fear that I have of claustrophobia. It's just I don't like a lot of people. It doesn't sit well. Like going to places with like Six Flags, being touched. You know, like I just don't touch me. I don't necessarily have a fear of germs. It's more of just I don't want you touching me. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you've been crawling in, you know. I don't know if you're clean. Don't touch me. That's more of that one. So, but I don't like crowds because it's too much. It gives me anxiety, and it's not like a crippling anxiety. It's just I just don't like crowds. Yes, we're working on it. There you go. I know they're around here somewhere. We don't have any dark type Pokemon for these to work on, but you never know what we might find. If I have to be in those places, I'm fine, and it's not even like large crowds like Six Flags. Like, I go to church, I do that. You know, ask me questions about that, go for it, I'll answer them. I feel like that nowadays, that kind of puts a stigma on you. But anyway, even being at church, it gives me a... and I don't go to a mega church or anything like that. It's just, I don't... Crowds. How do you do it? Route 4. Alright, there we go. Route 4 Pelbug. Route 102, Route 103, Route 116. Oh, he might be... It might have been a Duff. Yep. Alright, so... He's a duplicate. Duff is what we caught in that tunnel. So, we'll put him away for safekeeping in the death box. Don't want to, you know, tempt us. I don't even know if it's more of a fear of like, and I'd have to use like fear loosely. Like I said, just crowds. It's more of an uncomfortable feeling. It's not necessarily a fear. Maybe it just borderlines on the fear aspect of it, because I don't want to be touched. Maybe that's the fear, is being touched. And especially by other people's kids. Like, oh boy. Ugh. Kids are cute, kids are cuddly, great, blah 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 blah. Awesome. But yeah, just don't touch me. Another one is airplanes. Now this one's just, it's another one of my things that, like, my fear's got categories, if that makes sense. I've compartmentalized. Oh, I don't want to do that. I've compartmentalized my fears. Airplanes, it's more of I'm not in control. that definitely drives me crazy, because no training of any sort, but I feel like I could do it better. So there's that, you know, and obviously I cannot do it better. I don't know about doing it better right now. Like, you got planes dropping out of the sky, like, you know, maybe you need to put some passengers in the cockpit. So, but my thing is, I feel like I can do it better. With that being said, obviously, I'm not a pilot, so I can't do that. But anyway, so that's where that fear comes from, but it's also like turbulence. Probably said this a long time ago, but I used to be on a traveling soccer team, so my away games were out of state. And that being said, obviously we're not driving there, we're flying there. So every weekend I was in some other state, usually a major city. Mostly California, but there were, you know, some West Coast ventures. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. I don't know why, but why not? So I have a lot of airplane stories, and some of it makes sense of, you know, okay, yeah, you can be scared of, you know, flying, but, you know, we're flying to Chicago. If you never have to go there, I don't suggest it. We about 30 seconds after takeoff, pilot comes on the little intercom thing and is like, buckle up and don't get up. But I'm not going to even try to redo his voice, but it was like, you could tell the seriousness. There wasn't fear, but there was definitely like, everybody listen, because yeah, we need everybody following instructions at this current point in time. And so on that plane, you could use the little headrest, and it had a TV, and you could like flick through the little, whatchamacallit, the channels. You had some TV stations, and then there's obviously like your flight path and like some sort of weather station. So get to the little weather station thing, and this isn't like the Weather Channel or whatever local news station that you listen to. This is like air traffic control weather station. So I'm looking at that, and it's just a massive red, and red is very rarely ever a good thing. So I'm like, oh great, I'm about to experience something, you know, like we're about to go on a roller coaster ride with no train tracks, or, you know, being secured to the ground type of thing. Well, shortly after that, like, we probably dropped, you know, 5,000 feet or so. Like, this was like a real quick, like, oh, you know, and for the next like hour, I want to say that whole plane ride's like 2 hours. So until we got about 10 or 15 minutes outside of Chicago, like, you were grabbing the little armrest things like every 30 seconds, because you're just like, bad things are happening. It was almost like we were in a Coke bottle and someone was just going so it wasn't a good experience. And so I have that fear, but I'm still able to do it. I'm still able to get on the plane. My heart rate will be, you know, somewhere in the 130 range the whole time. And the only reason why I know that is because I wouldn't say recently, but like it's my, I guess, closest. It's the last time I was on an airplane anyway. Flying from Delaware to Tejas, which is almost a 3-hour flight. And yeah, once we like got, okay, before we get to that, my heart rate was already up because we drove a vehicle from Tejas all the way to Delaware, and we dropped the vehicle off at this location in Delaware, and a guy there was bringing us to the airport, obviously, because at this point we gave you the vehicle. We don't have a vehicle, so we need a way to get to the airport. So this dude was like, I'll take you. All right, cool. Never again, ever am I ever getting in the vehicle with someone that I don't know. And you're like, well, stranger danger. Obviously, I'm more meaning on the simple fact of people are nuts, and this dude, like, all right, driver, but speed limit 60, 65, something like that. You gotta figure we're up north. You guys like to go a little bit slower on the highways, so it ain't no 75. All right, cool. This dude's doing 98 miles an hour, and the only reason why I know it is 98 miles an hour is because he has a new car. Instead of a speedometer, it has numbers. I'm like, okay, cool, but this dude's doing this in traffic, and you're just like, oh please. You know, the statistic is higher on you dying before you get to the airport. When this dude's driving, I 100% believe it. So heart rates are all the way already sky high just because of home slices driving. And yeah, we get there obviously in one piece. Before we got there, we decided to do a four car lane change, or 4-lane whatever. We go all the way from the left to all the way exiting at 90, 80 something miles an hour. Yeah, that was almost like a hold my beer and watch this kind of moment. Was not impressed. So, and then the whole time we're in the airport, my heart rate, I have a smartwatch, so like you're able to see like your heart rate and whatnot, and it was resting in like the 98 to 120 range. Obviously that isn't a resting heart rate, but it didn't matter if I was sitting, walking, going nuts. So we got on the airplane. It was a very smooth ride. We took off, and about 5 minutes into it, I wouldn't even say it was turbulence. I'd say it was more of like a shudder. I don't know, because it was just more of like a like we didn't go up, we didn't go down. It was just kind of more of like someone was hitting the brake. But yeah, we made it. That was all good. That one wasn't too bad, but still had me freaked out, had me going a little bit nuts. It's just what it does to me. But I feel like after most of the stories that I have, like, I'm allowed to feel that way. Cause I mean, same Chicago trip, we were flying back, and flying back from Chicago to Denver, about, like I said, almost 3-hour flight. Obviously we're doing this at night, so 10, 11 o'clock is when we're coming in, and you can imagine everything would be lit up, you know, it's dark, lights are on, runway lights, all that other junk, you know, makes sense, right? This dude missed the runway. I don't know how we didn't damage something on the plane, because you know, like, you missed the runway. I've never hit the ground so hard in my life before. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Madagascar, where the penguins are, like, you know, trying to land or whatever, and they're just like, just peck the ground, just kiss the ground, just a little peck, and then they hit, and then after they crash and all the other junk, he was like, that wasn't a peck. Same thing, just give it a little smudge, just very lightly. No, we're going down forcefully, like, we're going down with all the rage in the world, just swam. And so we hit the ground with everything we had, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. And so, yeah. And then, so we hit the ground, and then we go immediately back up. And then home slice and the cockpit was like, ha 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 ha, we missed the runway, we're going to try that again. We'll give the reins over to the next dude. You had your shot, you missed it, like, accept your W, or accept your L, like, come on now, like, we ain't doing this. I've lost faith in you. So up and away we went, circle back around, we're up in the air for another like 45 minutes, because obviously we have a train of planes, you know, landing, and then you missing your runway kind of, you know, puts everybody in a bind. So yeah, home slice missed the runway and thought it was funny. What else? I got more. One, we're in a smaller plane, so you gotta take that for what it is. Smaller planes are a little more frisky when it comes to like everything. So home slice was like, okay, we're ready for takeoff. They cleared us. Yada yada yada. Good deal. Yeah, good deal. Starts revving up the engines, and he was like, comes back on, and he's like, just kidding, we're not going anywhere. We gotta go back to the wherever, back to the airport. All right, cool. Why? One of our engines isn't working. Solid reason. I'm not getting back on this plane. I'm glad you found that problem out when we were still on the ground, because if we're, you know, 25,000 feet in the air, however high this plane goes, I mean, it could probably go 30, 35, whatever. That would be less funny and humorous, I'm sure. So we rolled back up to the airport, and they go out there and they're like, you know, worky, wrenches, all that fun jazz, mechanics doing what they do best. And, you know, about an hour later, the lady gets on the little intercom thing and was like, okay, you can now board flight 11111. And I'm like, there ain't enough money in the world. Let's get a rent a car and let's drive the rest of the way. Obviously the drive, this is when I was a little kid. The drive that we had was probably about a 4-hour drive from that airport to our destination. And I was like, I'll sit 4 hours in the car. Now you're gonna sit an hour in an airplane that just had an engine go kaput. Not gonna do it. Can't make me. Obviously, my stepmother made me, and we got back on the plane with it was either me and 2 of my brothers, or me and 1 of my brothers. I don't know. So we did that, and just, this is obviously way before smartwatches, and definitely on like level 20 on how I felt and anxiety and all that. Ooh, Torkoal. Yeah, so very high anxiety, very, very stressful, very like not a good time. Obviously it didn't last all that long, but still it was very very stressful. And I do remember, like, I don't want to do that. For the longest time, like, I loved airplanes. Airplanes were so much fun. I remember when I was a little kid, like, it was before my last story. Yeah, loved airplanes, loved getting on them, loved the takeoff. It was so much fun. Everything was a good time. And I'm pretty sure I was flying from West Texas to El Paso. And so I don't know where else I would have been flying. It would have had to be there. And so we're flying there, and obviously we hit like some turbulence of some sort. Oh, sweet. Anyway, going through some clouds, I remember I was like, oh, I so hope we go through some clouds. That'd be so cool to see what the inside of a cloud looks like. I'm a little kid, calm down, okay? At that point in time, seeing the inside of a cloud was very important to me. What does it look like? Who knows, you know? So, super excited to go see the inside of a cloud. And we got inside of a cloud, and that plane started going all over the place. And at that current point in time, I did not care what the inside of a cloud looked like. What do we name this guy? Or girl? Pepper the turtle. Yeah, so and it's crazy that as a little kid, that's what I wanted to see. That was on the top priority list of things in my life I needed to accomplish. Was I needed to see what the inside of a cloud looked like. But little kids are crazy like that. Paralyzed, poison. Yeah, I want to do that one. Peachy berries. Peachy berries. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that help with burns. Yep. Yeah, so I got more flight stories. I feel like I have a reason to be scared of an airplane. Obviously I got more stories than that, but it is what it is. I've been overseas, not for anything military related, but I've been to Europe on a vacation. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. The flight out there was much more amazing than the flight back. Flight out there took off sometime around dusk, and we landed just after morning tea. Just kidding, we landed probably like 9-10 o'clock in the morning, which is cool. You slept the whole night if you're able to sleep. Those planes ain't comfortable, but I was able to sleep. I'm younger, my body adjusts more into a seat, so I was able to sleep. I slept, it was cool. And then the way back, I don't know whose idea this was, but we take off like, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, give or take, something like that. Sunshine. Whole way. I'm glad that the plane was empty, but, and when I mean empty, I mean like, if the plane could probably hold 3, does it sound about right? Like, I mean, it's one of those planes that's got 5 seats in the middle and then 3 on each side. So, you know, I'm thinking 300 people. I don't even know how much they hold, but let's just go for a topic of 300 people. If 300 people could, that's max capacity for this plane, there's probably about maybe 100 people. Like, this plane was empty. Our little section of people that we were going with, because I went with the school, this was like, you know how like the Spanish people go to Mexico or I don't know, some South Central American country because they took Spanish. Same thing. Except for we're going for Latin. Awesome trip. Anyway, return journey. Daylight whole way back. Empty plane, which makes it a little bit more easier to actually go on the plane ride. the question I had was, you had two movies. One of them I think was a Space Cowboy with Billy Bob Thornton in it. Guy from Texas builds a rocket ship or whatever and orbits the planet. Something of that nature. Cool. Good for you, man. It's the craziest. Obviously it's been Hollywooded up, but like apparently that was some sort of a true story. I know this thing's been Hollywooded up. Don't ask me what the second movie was. It wasn't as memorable as Space Cowboy. Anyway, so after whatever, I don't even know what the order was, if it was the other movie and then Space Cowboy, or Space Cowboy then the other movie, whatever it was. Needless to say, these mother truckers showed both movies back to back. So like we had, like I said, so we had about probably 4 hours worth of movies played back to back. All right, cool. Appreciate it. The rest of the, what is that? So it's about that much. So the rest of the 10 hours, 11 hours, depending on how you really want to split those movies up, was TV shows. And not the good kind of TV shows where you're like, oh, what's happening? Like the bad kind where you're like waiting to get your tonsils removed. You're sitting in the, dentist office going, I don't care. Life could be so much better. I don't want to sit here and get my tonsils removed. Watching this TV show is giving me more anxiety than actually going and sitting in the seat in the behind the little, glass little thing over there. Anyway, so you got, I didn't mean to do that a second time. So anyway, you got that going on, and it just, I was like, this is ridiculous. And then this is before like tablets and all your fun little doodads. And I really wish I could figure out my buttons. There I go. Anyway, so this is before all that. This is when the iPods, when you had an iMovie, or what was it? Was it the iMovie? iPod movie? Anyway, you could download movies onto onto like your thing, and that was what you played. Obviously, I don't have 15 hours worth of battery life on, or even 10 hours worth of battery life on this thing. And I don't have a portable charger thing, so like I gotta go, okay, how do I want to play this? This is also when PSPs were big, Nintendo DS's. Obviously, I had both of those. But even still, like, you don't have, even if you broke it up in half, I don't think I had 5 hours worth of gameplay on these. And you also have to figure that 5 hours is only, like, that 10 hours is only getting me to America. Like, we ain't flying to Colorado. We still got that leg of the journey. And from, I think we're landing, where did we land? I think we landed in like South Carolina. think that's where we landed. This is in South Carolina, like in Charlotte. So Charlotte to Denver, Colorado is 4.5 hours for anyone who's wondering that information. So not only is my journey not over, I still got a hefty journey ahead of me still. So anyway, my point being, we paid a lot of money for these airplane tickets and you had 2 movies. Get out of here and shut the front door. And your idea of entertainment was, let's go back to back and then we'll just play bad sitcoms the rest of the way. If I gotta suffer and get paid to be in here, you can suffer and pay us to be here. Oh man. And then all the grown-ups are giving that stupid grown-up answer like, well, why don't you just go to sleep? You know what? Why don't you just like do a lot of things I can't tell you what to do? How about that? How does that work for you? Obviously we were respectful and we didn't say that, but you know. Not that I hate what happened here, but I feel like we went really hard water to really hard fire. Like, we got a lot of these mother truckers now. Like in this episode alone, like in the last hour or whatever, we've caught in Numal, Torkoal, and as long as nothing bad happens, in the Slugma. Alright, the burn's doing more damage than the actual move itself. Dang it, it's a girl. I don't even care. This name is Cross Sexes. Alright, so we are going to go, yes. Turbo. You gotta go turbo, right? That makes sense. Yeah, I hate when parents or whatever were like, take a nap. It took me getting to my adult life before I was like, okay, a nap is acceptable. I'm not or have rarely ever been a let's take a nap. I got things I gotta do today, man. You know when you're supposed to take a nap is at night, like go to bed. If you're tired in the morning, then go to bed earlier. That's my thought process. I mean, call it however you want, but that's kind of where I live in that realm of life. Is if you're tired, go, you know, obviously I feel like you need to do better and go to sleep earlier. Oh, a Sneasel would have been nice. No, this one might hurt. Sarah should be alright. What else? Yeah, naps. Who needs them? Adult life, I need a nap. I want a nap. I love a nap. Give me a nap. Not most days, but you know, on occasion, you know, I like to spend my, you know, my Sundays kind of, you know, put my feet up and just kind of drift off a little bit. Doesn't always happen, but you know, that was a little suspicious. Anyway, so it is what it is, but don't always get that, because I'm almost positive my church loads my kids up on sugar and like stuff that they don't need, and just goes, all right, they're your problem now. Appreciate it. Thank you. I love the vote of confidence you just gave me. I also love the fact that you gave my kids so much sugar that at like 5 o'clock my kid's gonna crash, and I can't allow them to crash because, well, if they crash, then I will need a nap tomorrow. So, we're gonna take a 30-second intermission. I'm gonna continue playing, but I'm gonna stop talking because I need a drink and I need to do other things that, well, I need to do. So, 30 seconds, give me a second. Alright, so I need one of these people to be added to my team. Ooh, water resistant. Stops freezing, water resistant. Alright, cool. Then we got Torkoal, who prevents ability reduction, which is nice. And we got Numal, who prevents attraction. Considering our ground with Merstomp blue, I'm going either Pepper or Turbo. I think Turbo would be a nice addition to the team. So we're going to move you to party and we're going to get rid of Rolly. Yeah, that'll work. And then we obviously got to pause the music so that we can do this. And we're going to do this on fast track. We should probably look at what moves. Okay, you got Ember, Harden, Smog, Rock Throw. I don't like Yawn. One, just because of the whole sleeping part of it. Like, you got 5 moves at the max. And it doesn't always pan out the way you want it to. 65, 40. Alright, we'll do Flame Wheel for Ember. What does this do? I want to say this is a stat move. Forgets about something and sharply raises its special defense. We'll get rid of Harden for that. That seems like the best alternative. Rock Blast. Absolutely. Never mind. I thought that was a different move. And it's evolving. Look at that. Turbo is becoming more Turbo-esque. Turbo-like. Now it does look like a Turbo. Look at that bad boy. Bad girl. Mag Cargo. Now, is this the move I thought it was? No, it's the same move. Do we learn Body Slam? I think we learned Body Slam instead of Rock Throw or whatever. Alright, sweet. Now we can turn the music back on or the gameplay back up because it's all taken care of. Let's go talk to what's her face. Oh, we gotta deal with Team Magma first. We might as well switch Gummy out. Let's give Turbo a shot. This guy gives us Roar. And then we're about to come into our next encounter, which is always important. We're in a very good spot right now of gathering Pokemon. That hurt. Okay, Turbo, not the Pokemon you want out for this. Oh, but his body heats up, whatever. Alright, we'll keep it out. Hopefully this isn't a mistake. Nope, not a mistake. We did it. Alright, so my next question to you guys is Pokemon games. Obviously, we're playing Pokemon Emerald Legacy. Great game, love the game, awesome game so far. Hasn't made me mad, I've enjoyed it quite thoroughly, if I do say so myself. I like the changes that they've done to this game. It so far it really ups the gameplay of it. I do enjoy that. And I will definitely take this guy, a Swallow. I'm pretty sure I'm totally butchering that name, but that's okay. And everything is a female. Polly from the movie. I mean, it looks like a parakeet. Alright, so we got that. Ooh, well that would have been a duplicate. We're not doing duplicates. No duplicates whatsoever, even if it is in a new way. Yeah. Only new Pokemon. Oh yeah, Pokemon games. So, what is your favorite Pokemon game? Like, you have so many of them, and they are, obviously you have Sapphire, Emerald, Sapphire and Ruby, that are very similar to Emerald. Like, obviously Emerald was both of them put together, which is what we're playing, obviously. And it's a fun game. I truly enjoy when they do that. Like, what was it? Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I like the Platinum. I guess Crystal version was Gold and Silver. You know, like I said, I like it when they do them together. Crystal might not be that. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, but I like it when they did the third game, and then they put the two games together. It was the same game, but they upped it. They made the gym trainers a little bit harder. They yeah. We'll probably get Turbo out. I never understood how you could get confused when you're asleep. But, yeah. But my favorite Pokemon game would have to be probably... Ooh. I'd have to go with Ruby. Ruby was one of the... Ruby was one of the first games, like, I beat. It was Ruby, and then it went... Fire Red. Because I'm pretty sure Ruby came out before Fire Red. So... yeah. Anyway, so Ruby was the first game I beat, and I beat it with a Torchic of all Pokemon. I'm very much when I play a Pokemon game, usually my starters are water Pokemon. I'd probably say about 90% of the time my starter is going to be a water Pokemon. One of the only rare exceptions for that was probably X and Y. I did a grass Pokemon. And I think the only reason why I really honestly did the grass Pokemon was because of watching the videos or whatever. I knew we were also going to be able to pick the Kanto starter. And I was like, I'm going with Squirtle. And so, dang it. So that was kind of how I did that. But I love the Mega Evolutions. I thought the Mega Evolutions were cool. The only thing I didn't like about the Mega Evolutions is one, Lucario sucks. And I love Lucario, but he sucks. Like, he even sucks when you have to battle him in Diamond and Pearl, or Brilliant Diamond and Pearl on the stupid fighting gym. That dude killed more of my Nuzlocke runs than I care to admit. I just did not have an answer for him. And the moveset that gym trainer's Lucario actually had was just so impressive that, I mean, it was hard to really... She knew how to set up her Lucario, at the very least. And so, yeah, but anyway, Mega Lucario, like, I'm pretty sure if he was at the right level, and I'm not even saying over level, but just the right level, you most likely could probably beat the entire Elite Four with them going there. First battle, Mega Lucario him up, give him some, a few cool attributes, and away that dude goes. Like, you probably kill the whole Elite Four with with the Lucario. So that was my whatever on the subject. I wasn't I loved it, but I felt like some Mega Evolutions were over the top as far as power. Obviously, when they Mega Evolved, their power's supposed to go up, but I felt like one like Lucario, his went up way too high because he's already an overleveled Pokemon. Like, his stats are basically Mega Evolution before. So that was my thing with that one, is I just felt like some of them made sense and some of them didn't. I love Leaf Green, Fire Red. A lot of people are like, I like red and blue, which is fine. I don't think we have one of these yet, which sucks. I don't want a Zubat. Alright, whatever. I'm pretty sure every Nuzlocke in the world has one of these stupid Pokemon. Yeah, I just like getting this guy out of the way because You don't have any really opening caves that you can go exploring before you get to this point. I mean, I feel like you have the one on Dewford, but we got lucky enough to get an Aeron, so I'm happy with that. And then you got the cave right before the rock gym. And then you got this one. So you don't have a whole lot of chances to actually come in encounters with these. Which is nice, but when you're doing a Nuzlocke, it definitely sucks. Like this right now, because I'd rather get a, what is it, Soulstone? A sun, whatever, rock Pokemon, fire rock Pokemon. I feel like that would have been a better use of a spot over thing. Because in all honesty, probably not going to use him. He doesn't seem that useful to me. Oh, I thought we battled in here. Oh, I keep calling this Mount Ash. No. Yeah, I keep calling this Mount Ash, and it's actually Mount Chimney. Another stupid Zubat. Well, it makes sense, like... Seriously, I bet you anything this Zubat also has, Supersonic. He seems to be that kind of annoying Pokemon that would be like, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna one-up you. Take care of that. I don't even care if it was 12 steps. These things are so cheap. Yes. Alright, and the only reason why I'm well, now I'm kind of curious. Oh, now we're in the town. Alright, I was curious more of like, okay, would it be possible for us to actually get into, to use the rod before we went into the next route? Because if we're able to fish right here, we could get another water Pokemon. Route 14. Yeah. That's still all part of Route 14. Which is totally fine. It'll work. It is what it is. But we need to go see the professor. This, whatever, the Poke PC professor. Chick lady. This little girly girl. Okay, maybe not. I thought we had to go see her. Wait, what town is this? We're gonna do a lot of back and forth real quick. Alright. Alright, we're going to do this. And away we go. Oh, looky there. Another battle. Yeah, well, I don't even know where I was. Game. What's one of your favorite games? Mine was Ruby. Talked about that. Had a nice little chat about that. I like Leaf Green and Fire Red. Did spend a lot of time doing that one. Yeah, I had a Fire Red game that had like over 200 hours in it, and I ended up buying another Fire Red game because I would then I'd transfer all my Pokemon over to that one that I spent like 200 hours on. So I'd like, you know, I'd beat the game, I'd get Bulbasaur, get him all the way up, train him, whatever, and then I'd trade him over. And then Squirtle, same thing. Charmander, same thing. I also did it to where I had a boy and a girl of each, and then over there went to the the breeding center, whatever it's called, and then did that. And yeah, I had large amounts of starters, and then I did the same thing for, I didn't have a specific game that I put it to, but I had it for Soul Silver. I had it for Soul Silver. I had it for Black and White, and then you got the Pokebank. So then I did that, and like I said, I think it was on my last Twitch stream, that I also just found my Nintendo DS, so I've been playing a lot of Omega Ruby. Love that game. That was a good remake. I enjoyed that. I like the updated graphics that they used to give your person more of a 3D looking nature. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. I did like that update. I'd never actually played the Omega. Was this, or was it Alpha Sapphire? I never did Alpha Sapphire. I did have Omega Ruby, but I never did the Sapphire game. Not that there's really much a difference, but there's a few Pokemon that you get to catch that you don't get to in the other game, and Kyogre. Funny story about that was me and my brother, we used to always call him Corgi, because to us that's what it looked like. Is instead of Kyogre, it looked like Corgi, so we used to call that legendary Corgi for the longest time. And then I think one of us saw the Pokemon game, or like the Pokemon TV show or whatever, and they're talking about it, and I'm pretty sure my brother saw it, and he was like, did you know that it's not actually Corgi, but it's Kyogre? And I'm like, nope, doesn't make sense to me. I still like Corgi. Obviously the thing doesn't look anything like a Corgi, but you know, why not? So yeah, me and him enjoyed that. And I hate to admit this, and I'm going to do it on the internet where it will forever be, but my brother whoops my butt in this game. Like, every time we battled, he had always beat me. Every time. Because when you do the battles, we'd do, I don't know, however we did it, it would make it to where our Pokemon are all the same level. So it was never like, oh, I was just under leveled. It was, we're always the same level. So that was never like a problem. But yeah, my brother's a better gamer than I am. I have no problems admitting that. He's always been a better gamer than I have anyway. But we used to do a lot of Pokemon growing up, me and him, and he was part of that Halo trilogy or whatever. He loved Halo, was his cup of tea, man. He loved getting into there, and I was like, I can't stand this. Now that being said, it was mainly just the first Halo I couldn't stand. The second one was better. The third one was alright, but I would probably say it was either the third or the fourth one that I enjoyed. But for the longest time, my brother wanted to play the first one with me, and I'm like, dude, I can't. And he'd have to carry me through that game, because I'm like, I ain't gonna be any help to you. Especially when you get introduced to like whatever Resident Evil undead thing that you gotta figure out. Yeah, I was like, I ain't gonna be any use to you in that. Those things that blow up and like all the little squid things come out of. Yeah, those always whip my butt. Because I'd be like shooting in this direction, going, I got you, laying down suppressive fire. And then one of those things would come up right behind me and just lay down and just boom. And I'm like, oh. And then I'd have to wait the respectable 30 seconds or however the respawn thing worked. But yeah, most of the time I was dying. Wasn't my forte. First person shooter games, they're fun, but they only carry me so long. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like you get to a certain point and you're just like, okay, I suck. Learn to accept it. Which I have. I totally have. I know I'm not any good at first person shooter games. I'll play them on occasion, and obviously I'm playing it on the channel because Friday we got Ghost Recon. Yup, I am enjoying that game. I'm enjoying that game a lot. That game's fun. I don't have the patience for the whole going in quietly and subtle thing. But I'm working on it. Let's just make sure our special defense is up for this. We'll probably end up switching him out just because we're kind of in that critical hit area. We'll switch in blue just to give us some, I feel like, some nice coverage. See, there we go. And this dude's probably gearing up for, yep. I felt like he was gearing up for something. Oh, ooh, man. I like to make it close, you know what I'm saying? Gotta make it interesting. Oh man, I was 8 away from losing my starter. That was a very real thing. I just almost went down. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Get him nice front and center. Deal with Team Magma. I feel like we got a nice... I feel like I got a nice, pretty strong team. The Horsey and Merstomp combo kind of has me a little bit worried. Obviously, or is it Horsey or Kingdra? It's not Horsey. He evolved from Horsey into what he is now. And Mighty Anna. Kind of figured you would have had Zubat first. Alright, well, I'll take that. We'll go bite for bite. Your bite does more. I just wish the paralyzed did actually came into effect. Alright, we are going to send out blue. Oh geez. That's a big one. That was a big one. Really, a 7 and a 9? That's ridiculous. Alright, Turbo, let's see what you got. Yeah, we weren't leaving Merstomp in for that. There you go, one hit wonder. My main man Turbo. And of course. Cause why not, you know? Like 1 to 5 move. Good chance you're gonna hurt yourself. Come on. There you go. Way to stick it in there, Turbo. And paralyzed. That's what I like to see. And you snapped out. High five, Turbo. Way to... And flame wheel it up. Body slam ya. Yeah, Maxie, you didn't have what it took. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, you know, haha. Middle fingers up, you know what I'm saying? Alright, Archie, what you got to say? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, I did your job for you. Probably be in our best interest to heal up here. Alright, I believe this is also another encounter that we're able to do right here. Yeah, jagged pass. Probably shouldn't have an electric type when knowing he's most likely going to be in the rock category specter of things. Yeah. Didn't see this one coming. We'll try Sarah. I want to say she should be good. Nope. Oh, that's ground. So if he uses magnitude, she's done. She's done ski. Has anyone ever been fired before? I was, thinking of what, kind of questions to ask, obviously, and this one came up to me because I have a couple of interesting stories involving this, like, my number one being, so I don't have any write-ups or anything like that. I may have one. Don't even ask me if it was. If I do have one, I have one. And so I don't even know what it was for, but like, I don't get a whole lot of write-ups together or whatever. Anyway, so I might have one write-up for something. Like I said, I don't know. So we got that, and just to kind of get it in perspective of like what's happening in my life, just to kind of give an overall understanding, is my ex just was that no, that happened later. Okay, never mind, forget the ex. So I moved to the night crew because they're like, oh, with you and what your schedule looks like, you can't be on morning shift and kind of come in late every other day. And the reason I was coming in late, they knew about this. It wasn't like I wasn't showing up. It was because I had my daughters on certain days and I couldn't drop her off somewhere at 4 o'clock in the morning. So obviously that presented, oh, I got the fast bike. That presented, that kind of problem. So couldn't drop her off at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm sitting there and coming in late every other day or whenever I have her, because of, obviously I have her. So come in late, and then everything else was fine. So he was like, we can't keep doing this. I was like, fine, I get it. I understand to some degree. And so I moved to the night shift. And I'm working the night shift, which is fine. It's great. It's fantastic. More of my buddies are on night shift than they are on day shift anyway, at this current point in time. And anyway, I go on vacation, and my buddy who's the supervisor, I guess you could call him I don't even know. He was like the service writer. Anyway, so he's writing up tickets of everything, and then so like I said, I'm on vacation, so he sends me a text, and he was like, dude, it's not looking good for you. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I think they're gonna let you go. And I'm like, and I was like, all right, just keep me posted. And he was like, all right, will do. And oh, what's a good fighting name? Anyway, so I told him, you know, keep me posted. So he was like, cool, I got you. So he keeps me posted, and he texts me about, like, I want to say a day later. Like, so let's say he texts me on Monday. On Tuesday, he didn't text me, and then Wednesday, he shoots me a text, and he was like, dude, like, they are really not happy. I'm like, okay, what did I do that made them so upset? And he was like, well, you know that oil change you did on such and such customer? And I was like, vaguely, I remember what you're talking about. And he was like, well, you left it like a quart and a half or something like that low. And I'm like, so I sent him a picture of a dipstick, which is what you use to pull out of the engine to check the, you know, the oil level. So I pull out the dipstick, and I'm like, or I take a picture of a dipstick, and I'm like, okay, on this dipstick, and I looked up the model number or whatever, because this specific this specific diesel engine has a little bit longer of a dipstick. So like, you got like, this is where it's low, and then you got up here, which is like just right. So I got a bigger dipstick or whatever picture, sent it to him with markings on it. I'm like, okay, was it here, here, or here? And I was like, just kind of let me know which one it's closest to. It doesn't have to be exact. And then he was like, number 1. So like, here's the hashes, here's the lower end, and it was like right here. Like, it was barely, it was a little bit on the dipstick. And I'm like, dude, okay, so that means I put oil in it and I ran it, and then I didn't wait long enough to check it, you know? And so I'm like, all right. I'm like, that's ridiculous. So like, whatever. And he was like, I'm just letting you know. And I was like, I get it, I understand, whatever. So at this point, it's Wednesday. I go on Indeed, and I'm just like, apply everywhere. Didn't care. I was just straight up like, I was like, okay, it's time to bounce. It's time to find a different whatever. I can do this. And so I just, anywhere and everywhere, hit it, took it, used it, whatever. And so that was Wednesday afternoon. I get a call, and they're like, hey, saw you applied, you know, yada yada yada, we like what we see, when can you do an interview? I was like, tomorrow. And dude was like, great, I can do tomorrow. And so I'm at the beach. I drove all the way home. I left my girlfriend, and it's so weird to say. Yeah. So I left my girlfriend and my daughter at the beach, drove back home, got my you know, job interview clothes on and whatnot, and then packed my clothes again or whatever, because my job interview was closer to where I was at vacation than where I actually lived. And so drove over there, had an interview in a hotel room, very, you know, basic gibberish and all other stuff. And then when he came to like how much I was going to get paid and all the other stuff, I was like, holy cow, like it was a serious pay increase. So I was like, I'm down, hey, hit me up, you know what I'm saying? And so I had the job, and he was like, you know, when can you start? And I was like, okay, the thing about this is I have a job right now. I'm pretty sure we're gonna, you know, I didn't tell him I think I was getting fired. I told him this. I was like, look, let me go in there and, you know, give them my 2 weeks, and if they're like, hey, we want you to work it out, I'm gonna respect them, and I want to work the next 2 weeks with them and then finish that off. And I'm like, but if they're like everyone else where they're like, we don't want you or whatever, you know, you can leave. However they handle the situation, either I can start in 2 weeks or I can start immediately. I just need to talk to them to see what's up. And he was like, all right, cool. And I was like, depending on what they say, I'll let you know, and then we'll go from there. And he was like, all right, cool. And so I go to work on Monday, and over like Friday night, my buddy texted me. He's like, dude, just you're done. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I ain't worried about it. And so I come in Monday, park in like the executive parking spot, which was like my manager, service rider, stuff like that. People that worked in the office, that's where they parked. So I parked next to them, went inside, and I just walked straight past my manager, and I was like, I'll be in your office. And he was like, oh, okay. And he was like, well, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, I'm pretty sure you know what I want to talk about. And I was like, look, I know you want to let me go, which is cool, whatever. But I already have another job, so I'll give you this option. I can work the next 2 weeks and then we call it cool, or I can quit right now and we leave it like that. And he was like, well, I was going to fire you, but since you're quitting or whatever, we'll just change your, you know, papers to you quit instead of, you know, you're fired or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So went, put all my stuff in my locker, whatever. And I was like, called the other dude. It was like, they didn't want me. Actually, I told him, I was like, what they want me to do is they want me to finish out the week. And then, call it good there. And so that's what I did, is I finished out the week, and or I didn't even finish out the week, I just took a longer vacation. I was like, now that I'm really on vacation, I'm going to enjoy my vacation. So that was what I did. And then started the week after that, and then a freaking hurricane hit. That was nuts. And I don't even call that a hurricane. You want to know why? Because it dropped over 1 billion gallons of water. That was a typhoon. Like, very little rain, very little, or not very little rain, very little wind. Like, it was like small little pockets of, you know, a thunderstorm or whatever. I don't even know what you what you want me to tell you. It was just, it wasn't, that storm was nuts. And it wasn't nuts for like wind or anything like that. It was just the amount of rain, because it was still over the Gulf. So it was sucking up ocean water and then dumping it, and then sucking up ocean water and dumping it. And it did that for like, I want to say a week straight. And yeah, that was crazy. Now at the time I had like this little what do you call it, a hatchback. So literally, like, my car sits about yay far off the ground. It was higher than that, but you get the idea. Like, and at the time I'm living in this apartment complex, and to get into this thing, like, the road's up here and then you go down, and so I'm like, there's no way this is ending any kind of good way for me. So I made sure that I had flood insurance. And then I went and I was like, all right, cool. And I had flood insurance. I was happy about that. And yeah, I was just like, I gotta make sure that we're covered because I'm pretty sure my car is about to go underwater and never be seen or heard from again. This is... I hate this puzzle. And I hate it in... I hate it in Sabrina's one too. These have never been my my cup of tea. I've never enjoyed them. I've never, yeah, Sabrina's thing, I hated it. This one, I hated it. Like, just was not my cup of tea. Oh, you're gonna do that. We're gonna raise our defense through the roof. I'm not hitting you. Yeah, you don't got jack. Hit you with a little rock smash. There's our defense. Yeah, Mama didn't raise no fool. We ain't doing that. I do that and you hit me with 3 times the power that I applied to you. Let's try Bubble Beam. Dang, you are a defensive Pokemon. Alright, we'll risk it for your 1% health. Yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers trying to train C-Dot, but I hated that move. This one? Nope. Maybe. We did it. Alright, how are we looking? Alright, Rolly's a Pokemon I'm totally okay with sacrificing. But what I want to do is I do want to... Oops, wrong button. I'm trying to see who she has. Because she has... The issue is I'm worried that she has... I just kind of want to know a gist of what I'm going in there to, you know what I'm saying? Alright, that didn't help. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, we got 3 water Pokemon to her 4 Pokemon, we should be fine. Alright, here we go. Alright, so Vulpix is a setup Pokemon. And that's what he's doing with Overheat. But I'm going to use that to my effect, my strategy, because I think Sunny Day only lasts 5 turns. So if I can destroy Vulpix after that, then it might work out in my effect. I'm hoping. Kind of figured, and see, now the Sunny Day faded, so as long as, dang it, they all know it. Alright, so we gotta be careful with this, because Moncargo, we can't use water moves on. Alright, Roller's not doing too bad. Alright. R.I.P. Rolly. R.I.P. man. But yeah, that Sunny Day sucks. Holy cow. That was redonkulous. Alright, we're gonna send out Turbo just for the simple hopes of actually, this shouldn't have any effect on us. And we can't hit him with status changing moves because I'm pretty sure that that'd be what he'd be expecting. Or with his ability or whatever. I'm just curious. Let's try body slam again. Yeah, this is a slow battle, but we've already lost 2 Pokemon. And obviously 2 fire Pokemon going on at it is more beneficial than possibly losing Marchomp. Oh, come on, dude. You need 1 hit, man. 1 hit. Don't do me like this. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love, dude. Alright, so we lost Rolly and we lost Squirt. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. But it's overheat. You think? I feel like you should have depleted your attack move status. Alright, man, let's see what you got. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna sit here and do bad things. You hate to see it, but it's the truth of the run. Sometimes things just don't work out for you, man. Like you gotta kind of accept that. And that is definitely what happened. So we're going to mute this, and we are going to quickly we're going to rare candy these guys up because they got a longer way to go. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Sing because, like I said, putting Pokemon to sleep isn't necessarily a moveset that I actually enjoy. We will do takedown. Oh, so this stops like special attack being lowered or whatever, and then this prevents status problems. Alright, for the time being, we'll keep both of them. Heal Bell. No. We're not going to do that because we already got Safeguard and Mist. Dang, this dude is like a healing Pokemon. Heals poison, paralysis, or burns. Nope, we're good. Oh, we went up a level. Yes, we want to learn Revenge. That is a very powerful move. Alright. Negates the foe's efforts of heightened invasiveness, osmic toss. And attack but that gains power if injured by the foe. We'll get rid of Seismic Toss. I like Revenge better just based on if, you know, you get hit. And our little knockout is evolving. And I'm pretty sure part of this game, we will be able to get him a champ. So that'll be exciting. I think they got rid of trade evolutions. What's Vinyl Throw? Makes the user move last, but it never misses. We'll get rid of Create Chop. And then we'll boost Ethel up. We'll boost Turbo up. Boost Sarah up. And Blue. Get all of these guys looking super pretty. Super ready. And All right, at this point in, we aren't going to do anything new. I mean, we will do a little bit of new. We are going to go into the whatchamacallit. The desert after we beat this dude. Oh, we can turn the music back up because we are no longer doing that super speed mamba jamba stuff. Yeah, we'll send out turbo. And then also coming next week when we return to the Emerald world, all the Pokemon will be at said level that they need to be at. Including the ones in our box, just so that we don't have to do this. What? Please don't be a Sandshrew. Yes. Alright, so why is it always a girl? Like, I ain't sexist, I just, most of my names are boy names. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got boy names. Alright, yes, we want to nickname you. And yeah, we'll name you Gone Girl. I don't even know. I'm just trying to find something, you know, that works. Sandshrew wouldn't have been a bad pick, in all honesty, but it's more of just, I want a Flygon, you know what I'm saying? Flygon is definitely the one that I'd prefer. Alright, I'm gonna try to find the Miracle Tower. I'm also trying to find the, whatchamacallit, the fossils. That way we can actually get another Pokemon. Depending on who we pick, we can either get a Bug Rock or Rock Water or Walk Grass. One of the two. Not sure which. So we will be taking care of that. Hopefully we will get, I don't even know which one we want. If you know which one I should get, let me know, but I don't even know which one I should get. Those are, seriously? You get hit with one bubble beam and you're all, I'm out. Redonkulous, man, redonkulous. Expected more of you. Yeah, I need... Oh, I should have used revenge. Stupid one little... Alright, this is where I get muy frustrated. Cause you guys' accuracy sucks. No one bites the dust. Cause you guys can't hit Jack. Thank you. Appreciate it. Didn't think I was asking for a whole terrible lot when I was like, just hit the dude. Hit the dude. Yes. Let's heal up. Because you guys are being redonkulous. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. We could be in trouble. We could be in some serious trouble. So does Sandstorm, does that low? I'm assuming that has to lower your attack. Like that's what it has to be. Because my Pokemon shouldn't be missing at the rate that they are. Oh man. To say that I'm not worried is very much an understatement. Don't die, don't die. Alright, we're gonna be changing blue out. If I can. Yeah, that's what Sandslash needs. He needs extra elusiveness. Ooh, we came in at the right point in time. Let's get rid of that Caclia turn or whatever. You're... Don't die, sir. Oh, this is so stressful. This is so stressful. It's that stupid Giga Drain. And if I could get rid of freaking... Sandslash, we'd be okay. Seriously. Alright, well, there goes our fighting Pokemon. And then there goes both of them. Let's hope for a poison. Come on. It's starting to get redonkulous. Who thought a rock Pokemon could get paralyzed? Alright, well, that was... Okay, get off the dang bike. We ain't doing this. Stupid BS. We're getting the heck out of here. Oh my dear Lanta. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Oh, we're in so much trouble. Oh, we're in so much freaking trouble. Oh, if I make it out of this. Oh, come on. Have something stupid. I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, dear Lord. All right, Alright, so now that we went through that freaking mess of a nightmare, oh dear Lanta. That was the worst ever. Never again. Never ever ever again are we doing some stupid stuff like that. Holy cow. I thought we had the next gym in the bag because we had our stupid fighting Pokemon, but no. Someone had to be a dum-dum and just destroy everything that was good. Alright, store you. Store you. You weren't necessarily a loss, you were a loss. Oh man. Alright, now let's withdraw the second part of the team. Let's withdraw you. You can come back. You are definitely coming in. And then we'll do Pepper. Because that was just a nightmare. And we didn't even go in, we didn't even find what we were looking for. Like, that was the crazy part. We didn't even find what we were freaking in there to find. Who does that? Alright, back to muting the game. Raise you up. Highly doubt you're gonna learn anything. Okay, you can learn Protect. Alright. Yeah, well, I'll make it. We'll make it work. Alright, Gone Girl. Let's get you up there. Alright, so Sandsack, Sandtomb, Faint Attack, Dig, and Sandstorm. We'll get rid of Sandtomb. I want to say, there you go. You learn Crunch, and then I want to say at level 32. We'll get rid of Sand Attack. There we go. Alright, so you're going to evolve. Oh man, what an episode. What an episode. This is completely bonkers. I wish that whatever the Turkle didn't die. Or Turbo didn't die. That was unfortunate. It happened, it is what it is, but yes, we will learn that move. Get rid of that. Yeah, we started out strong, but we did not end that way. And I firmly, fully blame going into the desert. We should have never been there. But we are where we are now. Obviously, we did it. We didn't find what we were looking for. I may have to figure out why that is, but you know, until then, we'll just slack off. Slacks off and restores half of maximum HP. All right. So this is our team. Blue, Sarah, Ethel, Gummy, Gone Girl, and Pepper. 1 boy and 5 girls. Man, we are struggling hard. All right, so I'm gonna call it here. It was a hard stream, to say the very least. And hopefully next time we will have some better luck in that department, because it definitely wasn't in our wheelhouse to do it this time. But if you like what you saw, consider liking, maybe subscribing. It does help out the channel. I do appreciate it. I will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday will be Pokemon Violet, so join us for that. Just a normal playthrough. We're chilling, we're talking, we're vibing. I'm getting my feel for the game. Obviously, a new game is going to be dropping sometime this year, so where we go with it, I'm not really quite sure, but I do enjoy your support, appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Later.